later on you went on to have a family.
Right.
You know, and teaching your family about this. What are some of the difficulties that you face, or some of the some things that were easy for you, or some things that were difficult for you?
Like teaching the earth and seeds?
Yeah.
It's interesting because I don't have any problems civilizing like the black woman.
No problem. Hey, then you must have some kind of superpower, huh? I mean, well, you know, the superpower is not itself, but
I mean, for the most part, I mean, black woman, you know, you treat her right, you know, you teach her, you give her the right foods, and you know, she gonna acknowledge God. You know, if she see God in you, she gonna acknowledge God. You know, regardless. I never had a problem getting a black woman to, you know, bear witness. You know, I seen brothers go through it, you know, but it's like I pick the right ones too as well. You know what I'm saying? And I also choose the ones that choose me. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna choose someone that don't choose me. That don't make sense. Because once she chooses you, she already acknowledge God. Right?
That's peace.
So that's another thing. I'm not gonna chase something that's, you know, gonna make me other than myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to, you know, like lessons like dealing with Musa having a hard time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna deal with, you know, hard times and labor in regards to that. You know, because mathematics should flow. It should, you know what I mean? Yeah, so you know, I mean, that's how I see it. You know, I love teaching the babies, like you built my son, just as King, Son of Man, just King, Son of Man. That's you know, that's the God right there. That's a young God, and you know, even him building and shit, like, it's brought back memories to when, yeah, you know, I had the earth and the babies and universal family. That's the flag right there, you know. So every day we shine and we build, and you know. It's just a way of life, you know what I'm saying? But
well, what about the seeds though? Like, I mean, you know, teaching or raising babies in this nation. What do you think some of the pitfalls? Because I've dealt with some guards who some of their children don't witness to this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it seems like your babies.
Not all of them, but
well, no, actually, I mean, I have. Well, I didn't build with the first.
The older guard, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they still. You know, they may not be as, you know, on it as you would like them to be, but they still knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And what are some of the things that you, or what are some of the techniques that you think that you use to kind of at least keep them?
I keep them grounded in the math. Like, it's like you're gonna put the day's math on the board when you wake up. We gonna go through it like a class. Like my homies used to set up like that, like a civilization class is always in progress. So, yeah, the math, yo. The math, like even that before the lessons, like the babies had the math. I would say like. I didn't start giving them lessons later on until maybe they turn like physical degrees of like God and up. But as soon as they speak in, oh yeah, they speak in mathematics. By age of 2, they knew all their degrees, mathematics, alphabet, A to Z, all that.
Some man said that you had cue cards.
Yeah, man, and Born Everlasting Earth, what was Earth at the time. Shot Asia Mecca. She made cue cards for the babies, man. Those cue cards were so beneficial. Those in the tree, we all pretty have them. The God King Asiatic, I know he got his. Like anyone that was close to like Born Everlasting or whatever was able to get blessed with those cue cards. And trust me, those I still got them to this day. You know what I mean? And it's just mathematics and alphabets. You flip it, it has the letter on one side, flip it around, it tells you the degree on the other side, and yeah, man, you know, shout out to Shy Asian Mecca, man. Those you know, and shout out to Born Everlasting, because that was his earth, you know what I mean? She was the reflection of that. So, yeah, that was pivotal in helping the babies, and I love seeing how now, like even through Son of Man, he still remembers, and that was a big part of his, you know, because that was our routine, you know. With seeds, you gotta have routine that gives them structure. So once the mathematics becomes their structure, it's like, okay, this is what we do, you know, this is our, you know what I mean? They get to understand the culture that way. I know some brothers don't really teach their seeds, like they want their seeds to kind of come. Like I remember.
Did you give them a choice? Because Son of Man said he didn't really have a choice.
Nah, with me I was more militant. So Son of Man knows I was really militant with mine, and it's funny how you know you build on that, because I was dealing with a law of justice just last month, Law Just Jizza, that's my good brother there, and he was just building about his son with me, his son Justice, who's named after him, his oldest son, and he was saying that he just does the same thing, like he don't give them 120, he just give them mathematics and alphabet, you know, the keys, you know what I'm saying, those 120s really, you already know, they're the Muslim lessons, you know, what Allah gave us, mathematics and alphabet, that's the jewels right there. That's the jewels of life. So you know, if the babies got that, they good. So he was just telling me that you know, Justice, he's older now. I think he told me Justice is like, I think he's like knowledge equality now, something like that. Knowledge equality. He's a teenager. He's old, and you know, he's hitting up the guard like, yo, man, I need that 120 now, you know, and Justice like, oh, you know, he's like, you sure? Because he's like, you never asked for it before, like, you know, why, you know? And it's because he's all around his cousins and nephews, and everyone else kind of got 120, and he don't got it. So he's like, yo, man, like, you got that 120? Let me get that, you know? And I remember he was proud of his son. He was like, yeah, you know. So he said, you know, my son he gonna get 120 now, and he said that's the way he wanted. He want his son to come and ask for it, because, you know, you give it, and sometimes they don't really appreciate it because you put it on them like that. You know what I mean? And I could see that, you know, because even with my seeds, it's kind of like, you know, like my oldest. I mean, you'd have to build him, but I don't see him really appreciate it as much as like.
But your middle son.
Yeah, Son of Man. It's difference with the seeds. They're all different. They all got different minds. Because I taught them all the same. They may have been a little different. Like my oldest may have got it a little more hardcore because he's my first. So I'm giving it to him like, you know, like crazy. You know, and then I'm realizing, wait, it's not really working out right. Let me just tone it down a little bit. So son got it, you know, the middle child kind of gets it a certain way. A different way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, you know, I see Son of Man, he's just different.
Yeah, he's sharp. He's somebody who and when I felt with him, I
and he's never been in Mecca, never been, I mean, he's been around the guards, you know, he's definitely been around the guards and been to the rallies and, you know, definitely Bill, but he hasn't been to like Mecca.
Your oldest son has.
Yeah, you know, he made his first Hajj like 2 years ago. Hooked him up with the Black Sea, more everlasting, and you know, that was kind of like they had their little private stock, and you know, definitely built. And yeah, I was proud of the guard. People would hit me up because because the young guard's name is Noah. You know, he a nation baby. Like he was literally like, as soon as he was born, like I was bringing him to parliaments, rallies, and show proof. Like there'd be times where he'd be running the cafeteria and they would be like, "Oh, that's Born King's son," you know, like they know that's the young guard, you know. But yeah, as he grew up and got older, he was like, "Yo, I wanna go to show proof on my own, God." Like he said, "Yeah, let me, you know, I'm gonna go." So you know, I hooked him up with Raz, you know, Raz Freshco, the God Eye Power, and my homie Surf, BK Surf, and a couple of other young guards, and you know, 6 Letter, and they just boom traveled out there, you know, to their first show and prove, and yeah, it was peace seeing the guard do that on their own. A lot of the older guards called me, I seen you, son. I see your son out here. You look just like you, you know. And that was real peace. You know, I was real happy. You know.
You know, I think it's important, and I said this in a couple of other videos, that we have a support system. You know, where there's other guards or you know, other family members that are this, and that they can build with other 5% that are their age. You know, it's peace that we give it to them, but they also got to see the young, them, and be amongst the youngs, and be amongst their alikes,
for sure,
you know, and their peer groups, to have them spark the interest. Because really, like, a lot of times, like, you know, I think my son appreciates it, but at the same time, he's just like, yeah, that's something that my older dad, you know, my older guard is dealing with. So, you know, it's you know, I appreciate it and I want it, but not as much as I want to go hang out with my friends. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, and if his friends are 85, is, you know, you go spark them up, but it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, you gotta make knowledge yourself cool for the babies, man. It has to be some fly shit, yo. You know, and if you don't know how to work your magnetic and, you know, make your shit swift interchangeable, you know, these babies ain't gonna be swift. They ain't gonna be receptive to it, you know.
If Mecca did this.